Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a former pro opera singer turned voice actor. Today we're going to be listening to Armageddon from Granblue Fantasy. I don't know very much about this piece, but I'm really intrigued and excited to listen to this. And Armageddon, huge, bombastic, explosive, that's sort of what I automatically assume when I hear the word Armageddon. But yeah, let's take a listen. It's such a cool thing when we hear this really intense electric guitar and da-da, da-da. I think obviously this is some sort of boss battle against probably the big bad of the game. This is a fight to save the planet. It's a fight to save humanity. It's really awesome when da-da, 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 da-da. Even just that simple strum builds so much tension for us as listeners, and it heightens the experience for us to another level. So it's so cool when music, even with just a simple strumming like that, we feel so much tension. Well, we're throwing in all sorts of things now. There's bagpipes in there. I heard a little bit of this organ. I think it's all like sort of computer generated, I think. But it's interesting how in the basically we had this whole intro section at the very beginning with the strumming of the guitars and the drums coming in, and that was all setting up this sort of tension for whatever fight or conflict this is. But then you have the singers come in, so pleasing to listen to. The way that they're harmonizing is so tight that I think it actually aids in building the tension and sustaining the tension. It really does feel like this is probably like the final boss fight, and there's a lot at stake here, and probably saving the universe or saving the planet or something, you know? Also, the way that the singers end in that section where we point up, that's a continuation. Usually things resolve when they come down. There's a resolution ends with a lower note, especially actually funny because in voiceover, which I don't really talk about that often in voiceover, but usually when we end a commercial, we point down because up sort of leaves us kind of upended and there's no resolution per se. So like, you know, get the best deal tomorrow. It actually goes down in pitch. So when things kind of end up, that's a continuation, which may be obvious, but I find it kind of interesting. It's just how the ear hears different pitches and tones. Yeah, let's keep going. Maybe it's not a final boss theme because this has a lot of confidence to it. Da da dum dum ba da da da. It almost sounds like a sea shanty or like a fearless warrior. Maybe it's not a boss at all, but it's like someone making like a epic entrance, like someone who is very tough and capable and confident and self-assured and. That's really interesting. It's amazing how music paints a picture of multiple different things, and it's all sort of up to interpretation. And it's difficult when we're working with video game music because video game music obviously is used as programmatic music, like I've mentioned in other videos. It's there to tell a story. It's there to aid a story. It's there to increase tension. It's there to aid in a process. That being said, it's so interesting to hear all these elements come into one and you've got this like really hardcore electric guitar going, then you've got this bagpipes and this synthesized sound. And in the end too, dee, 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 you know, and so I think that to me is this character or this fight is very, very serious. If it's a character theme, then the character is there's something that has happened to the character that is causing them to be frustrated and upset, and they want to reclaim something that was maybe lost or taken from them or seek out some sort of vengeance. And there's definitely like that sort of like bubbling tension throughout the whole piece, and it's not someone that's necessarily a peaceful person or at peace. if it is a boss, then that is, again, highlighting the seriousness and the drama and the tension that is occurring in this fight for life and death. I think it's a very serious thing to these characters and to the game. So I don't know. I mean, that's really, really interesting. And I love that there's so much bagpipes and there's that fanfare that we hear that's sort of like sea shanty, it's a true melody there. And then again, we have these singers that are pointing up, and there's this continuation on, I don't know. I'm like really intrigued by this. I can't paint a perfect picture on it, and it's really interesting, but it's a beautiful piece. I want to see the gameplay of it to fully sort of capture it, I think. Feel free to check out the links in the About section, but I do see your requests in the comments. I just probably can't get to them in truth. If you want to join the Discord, feel free. And as always, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.